Okay, say we want to pass a struct to a function, such as here we want to print a point with which takes this struct as a parameter. But let's say we don't have this struct. We have just calculated x and y and want to print them as a point. What we can do is, for instance, to create a variable for this purpose and then call the function. But that's actually not necessary in C any longer, since C99 there is a new construct for this called compound literal. You may have in mind that you could cast the x and y into a struct, but that's not permitted. Cast can only be used for scalar types. That's arithmetic types and pointers. So what can we do? Okay, well, this was invented by Ken Thompson, who wrote the predecessor to C, which was called B. He was one of the creators of Unix, together with Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs, and his view was that every computer system with self-pride needs a Fortran compiler. So he started writing one, but within one day he regretted it and instead wrote a smaller language called B. And this one was the predecessor to C. It had only one type, the word, and then that was concluded it was too primitive. So someone else, Dennis Ritchie, started with extending this primitive language into what is C. Okay, never mind. He's also one of the creators of UTF-8, which is used for numerous things on the internet and email, etc. Okay. Including compound literal and other things that were new in C99. Okay, so what we can do, it is to use something which looks like a cast, but it's not. So say we have these points and we want to create a temporary point. Then we use these braces and we can do it like this. So now we can use them as a parameter. And what this really is not a cast, but it's an anonymous variable with this type. So that's how it is implemented in a compiler. And it's really easy to implement. It's just to ignore the name of this variable that has no name in the code, clearly. Okay, and since it's a variable or anonymous variable, we can actually take its address. So say that the function that we had wanted a pointer to a type, pointer to this point. Okay, what we can do then is to take the address of this compound literal and send that as a parameter. We can also use something called designated initializers, also invented by Ken Thompson, to say which struct field should get which value. Okay. Okay, we can actually use compound literals for other things. So we can create an array and let p point to it. Okay, and we can create an int and copy the value of this anonymous int into a, but that's really pointless. Okay.